Right. Pretty sure the story has the what's it called? The stream has started. It should have. Let me just check this. Right. Just gonna... Right. Right, this should be epic, right? Should be on. Buffering may occur. Jeez. It's fine. Right. So, I'm looking for some FNAF stories. Right. Also, I'm gonna change this music because this is like what? Flip. Oh, perfect for FNAF. What the hell? There's a few Sonic ones. You know what? I'll read this one. Ooh, this is kind of long. The Sonic movie redesign wasn't because of fan backlash. Brilliant. Yeah, sure it wasn't. Was it gonna be some satanic hedgehog? No, what am I saying? It is because the hedgehog was alive. That's gonna be the twist for this one. I don't know where to post this, where anyone will believe me, but I'm already past the point of caring if anyone will believe me or not. So this is 6 years ago. Since I don't have much time left, I know what happened. I was there, I was part of it, and that's why we had to do a redesign. For that damn movie, let me start from the beginning, to let you know, to let you all know what happened from the very start. Right. This is getting a little creepy to begin with, yeah? Is this creepy? Is this creepy enough for the, well, there's 0 people viewing it now, but there will be people. Come on. Right. I was one of many from the studio I worked at that was hired to work on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'd rather not say the name where I worked in case they find out about me letting all this out. Once the head bosses gave us the green light to start working on Sonic, we started going full speed ahead. Oh my gosh, just like Sonic. Since me and the other people I worked with was also fans, or even the grammar in this is subpar, but you know, it was it was wrote by Hyper Shadow 92. Big shout out to that guy. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We started going full speed ahead. Since me and the other people who I worked with was also fans or even grew up with Sonic, we wanted to bring him into the real world looking as great as he could be, with the realistic look where we were ordered to... That says we were, not we were, I think. We were ordered to give him. The first few months, everything went well. Everything was coming together and going smoothly. On the last day of rendering and finalising Sonic's realistic design and now editing the movie to add Sonic in it, and its first trailer, that's when things started getting dark. The next day, when we all went into work on the movie, me and the others noticed that one of us didn't show up to work. John was always ready to work with the editing process, because he always loved his job. So yeah, this guy called John loves his job. He didn't show up. Ooh. When our boss came in and told us the news, we was flawed. He committed suicide in his home last night. Cops say they found him with his wrists cut in the bath, but it wasn't clean cuts like with a knife. It looked like it was done roughly with fingernails. This wasn't like him at all. He had a great life. Great job. Yeah, animating Sonic. What a beautiful job. No one would... That would drive no one to, you know, unalivement. Because Sonic's so friendly. Clearly. This was one... he had a great job. It doesn't add up to why he would do this to himself. After getting back to work, I noticed Sonic starting to look off. At first, it was stuff like his blue fur was getting to be a darker blue. And I could have swore I saw red spots on his fingers near and around his fingernails. But I chopped it off as my... as my imagination over losing one of my friends at work until it started to get worse. The next few weeks after we posted the first trailer, moving on to the November 2019 release date for the movie, my co-workers were getting very ill, including myself. And the more this happened, Sonic also continued to look more horrible, as if our illness had only gotten worse. Okay. His fur had gotten to be an even more dark blue. His hands now had a dagger-like fingernails. I don't know if I can continue reading this because I'm gonna need to look for a different story. Hot. Yeah. What's good now? Huh. There's a window in it we don't have. I can imagine how that's gonna go. But I'm gonna look for... See, the entire reason I went on to the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff is because I saw the golden rabbit thing and I was like, oh, that sounds scary. No, I was like, that sounds like FNAF. It doesn't sound scary at all. Copyright free horror music. 1 hour. Okay. There seems to be an advert for Tesco Whoosh. Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Just give me a second and we'll get into it. Wow, no, another advert. This is going swell. Right. Okay, let's have a look at this one. This is a really short one. I'm a detective. I saw a weird truck this morning. This truck would define my day. Okay. Waiting for a train to pass on another line. A crimson leaf upon the railroad track, fallen from the trunk of a red maple. The leaf is swept off by the adjacent train's gust. I can't explain it, but I know it won't return. The certainty lands before the explanation ever could. Such a long train. The Great Gatsby. Sophomore year. Summer reading. Wondering. What erudite. See, I don't know whether it's just I can't read properly, or these are just absolute shite. I survived the Valentine's delivery. He came for me anyway. Part 2, okay. You know what? We'll continue reading about the Sonic redesign. His fur had gotten to be an even more darker blue. His hands now had a dagger-like fingernails, and chest now being covered in red that looked a lot like blood, and his face, oh god, his face, it looked so damn contorted with an evil, with his now black and almost glowing red eyes, his mouth being now in a contorted, extremely wide smile, with rows upon rows of sharp teeth that looked like he had bits of flesh and blood dripping from them. Ugh. After seeing those fingernails, I knew he was the one that killed John. Once our boss found out about this nightmare-looking thing, he demanded to know who was playing around. We explained it wasn't us, but he demanded to remove this thing from the film. He soon started to clench his chest, falling in pain as he started having a heart attack. After we called 911 to get an ambulance for our boss, I could swear I heard a voice coming from the computer saying, "I am God!" in the most horrific voice I have ever heard. Then I remembered that hacked Sonic game I had heard about from years ago. What was it called? Sonic.Exe? The Sonic we was working on for the movie was now looking almost just like that game, but now it looked worse, being realistic. How could a game do this? Or the better question is, how could a game do this to our project? But then again, after what I saw happen, I knew this wasn't just a hacked game anymore. The stories about it on the internet are true. There is something wrong with it, and now whatever it is had found a way to reach out into taking over something that can hurt others who watch the movie. This is terrifying. You know, I'm gonna have to change the stream name if I can. Yeah, I don't think I can, but oh, actually. Okay, yeah, that's been changed, so now it does say Sonic.Exe, because I just want everyone to know, this is creepy, right? Right. Okay. So, I am God! The Sonic we were working on for the movie was now looking almost like the game, but it looked worse being realistic. How could a game do this? Or the better question is, how could a game do this to our project? But then again, after what I saw happen, I knew this wasn't just a hacked game anymore. The stories about it on the internet, they were true. There was something wrong with it. And now whatever it is has found a way to reach out into taking over something that can hurt others who watch the movie. As they took our boss to the hospital, I know the others heard that voice, like I did. We were also freaked out by this. We didn't even want to work on the project anymore. We all were feeling how this thing was slowly killing us, by how ill we were feeling ever since we finished that damn movie design for Sonic. We tried to get rid of the Sonic design by deleting it, but after finding it, the file had been renamed to Sonic.Exe. We tried to get rid of it, but the damn thing wouldn't delete no matter what we tried. Whatever this thing is, that was Sonic, was nothing but pure evil, innocent. What? Pure evil, innocent, and if anyone ever... pure evil incarnate. And if anyone ever saw this thing in theaters, it would be able to do God knows whatever it wanted to the lives of innocent people. So we did only what we knew would work. move and burn that monster to one of the blank CD-R discs we used to back up and save our files on and keep it under lock and key. By this time, the first trailer had over 60k dislikes, so we used that as our cover-up story and removed the first trailer from the web, as well as began to push the movie back to February 2020 and work on another whole design with the redesign. So, sorry, but what if this redesign becomes another evil Sonic? I mean, it wasn't realistic like this one. It had been 2 months since the monster was seen. Our boss has recovered, and it's back to work, but what's unnerving to me is that it's coming back. No more strange things have happened since the redesign. Okay, sorry, but why is an advert coming on? Okay. Alright, we're close to the end of this one. Very close. Like, what, like 2 sentences away? Okay. No more... No more strange things have happened since the redesign, and I'm thankful for the new team that took over after we finished the new design for Sonic, but now I can feel that I'm running out of time. The other co-workers that I had worked on that monster with have all died, each one with what looks like they committed suicide in their homes within just a week's time apart, with their wrists slit roughly like they used their fingernails to do it, just like what Sonic did to John. Ooh. When I went to go check on the disc we had hidden away that contained that monster, it was gone. Nowhere to be seen or found. Someone must have found it and released the damn thing. I'm now the last one left from the team who worked on that original design for Sonic, for that damn movie. And I know I can't run from it any longer. I know it's found me. Last night I heard the same horrific voice from months ago, taunting me with my remaining life. I found you! I heard it say from somewhere in my own home. And from the corner of my eye, I thought I saw those glowing red eyes of hers. I know my time left to live is short now, but he's coming for me, and I need to get this out before he gets me next. Now you know the truth about the redesign of the Sonic movie, and now you'll probably see the story as just another cheap thrill to get you all spooked or something, but I honestly don't care if you believe me or not. It's real, and it's out there. If you ever hear that horrible voice, or think you see those damn glowing red eyes, pray you don't see him, and for the love of God, pray that you can outrun him better than I did. Right, so that one didn't end in a happy ending. Jeez. That was quite morbid, actually. The morbid Sonic .exe thing, I guess. So, this one was from Hyper Shadow 92. What a name for someone who created this absolute masterpiece. Honestly. Right, you know what? Well, there. That doesn't seem to be working properly. So. Right, even better. Okay, so. Right, let's have a look at more Sonic ones because that was interesting. Right. Revelant. Top Sonic. No. I want Sonic stories. Huh. Alright. I saw Sonic's asshole tonight. Real story. Alright, this is a little bit of a shorter one. I'm just gonna have a drink before we get into this. I'm also gonna rename the thing again. Okay. It's time to get into it then. I saw Sonic's asshole tonight. Real story. Holy shit, you guys. This happened to me 2 weeks ago, and I'm still afraid to go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna write this stream of consciousness style, so apologies for any typos. So, I'm vexed AF right now. I started hitting it off with a cute girl on Tinder about a month ago. I get a few matches every month, so it wasn't such a big deal. Wow, what a ladies' man. Okay. But I felt different about her. So when she told me that her roommates were gone and she wanted to show me her pet tortoise named Clambake, for God knows why, I was pretty down to just go to her house without meeting her IRL. Okay. I went to her address was right near UCF, so I felt pretty safe. I'm meeting her, and she's pretty much exactly how I thought she'd be. But this is where I got a huge red flag that something wasn't right. She offered me a vodka cranberry, already pre-mixed. Now, I'm street smart, and I know a bad idea when I see one, so I just say, no thanks. At this point, I'm pretty much panicked, so I fumble open my backpack to get an apple juice, which I brought just in case. This guy sounds like such a nerd, what the hell? I then left my backpack filled with condoms and apple juice. Okay, so he really is a ladies' man. And went into the kitchen to find her vodka, but I couldn't find any liquor at all. At this point, I'm a 100% red flag. GTF out of there. When she angrily tells me to leave, I ask her why she's mad that I didn't want a spiked vodka cranberry. When she tells me that she doesn't need to give a reason. So I'm really fuming at this point, and I demand to know why I can't even meet Clambake first. So then she calms down a bit and takes me to her bedroom. I don't like to fornicate with females on the first encounter. This is such a Reddit-coded story. Like, you can smell the Reddit from this. Okay. What the fuck kind of music is this, actually? Okay. Yeah, basically, so... Okay. I need to control myself. Why I can't even make Clambake first? So then she calms down a bit and takes me to her bedroom. I don't like to fornicate with females. Okay? So I was still apprehensive at this point, but I proceeded anyway to her chambers. That's when all hell broke loose. Suddenly, I feel very lightheaded, and my ears start ringing loudly. I start to fall on my knees and suck that fuck. No. When something felt very wet brushes against my ear, I could smell it before I saw it. I've smelled assholes before, but I knew this one was different. Okay, so he went over to this weird female's house, and she like rubs her. What am I even reading at this point? I look up to find Sonic the Hedgehog's asshole pressed up firmly against my chin, and I screamed. Oh, I'd scream too. He kept saying things as I faded in and out of consciousness, but I don't remember any of it, other than the phrase, "Skip that class and eat my ass." Okay. I woke up on the floor the next morning, missing my 12 p.m. class that day. I don't know how Sonic had my schedule, but he must have found it in my backpack, full of condoms and apple juice. Okay. I went to get a free... what? I went and got a rape kit done, and the results were all hedgehog-related and unhelpful. Sorry, what is a rape kit? The results were all hedgehog-related and... So, he got molested by a hedgehog. What should I do? I know he'll keep doing this, but I can't stop him. He's too fast. So maybe I should give in. Oh, Shakespeare. This truly is one of the Shakespearean esque stories of the modern age. Skip that class and eat my... okay, so I need to gather my thoughts after this. So why was the backpack filled with, you know, condoms and apple juice? I mean, I can't really say much myself, because that's what my backpack is filled with constantly. Just apple juice and condoms. Okay. Okay. Control myself. Okay, so that was... I saw Sonic's blank tonight. Real story. So, you know... I mean, I don't know why someone would put real story if it wasn't true. So, you know, this must be real. Sonic is one, you know, perverted hedgehog, it appears. And frankly, that disgusts me, because what kind of hedgehog just rubs their asshole up against someone? Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm getting a little emotional. From a Sonic game, part 1, 12 years ago. This is... where? I'm just gonna have a look on this, guys. No. To see if there's other parts of this. Removed? What the fuck did I just read? No. I bet it was good as well. 12-year club verified email. 10 Reddit karma. What a nerd who only has 10 Reddit karma. Okay. He sat alone in his room playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on his... Sorry, but how is this a no sleep? Okay. There's another Sonic the Hedgehog movie on. Why not? Actually, what's this? Okay, shut the fuck up. Shit. Clicked on something. So, should I be reading Sonic.Exe Reader? Being human. Well, sorry, but what would Metal Sonic know about being human? He's literally a robot hedgehog. He knows about as much as like Jeffrey Epstein did about being human. Sonic 4. Okay. Sonic.Exe Reader. Where do I read this? How? I don't know how. Oh, no. So this one is by I Love Sonic 123. You really enjoyed running. Okay, wait. Is this gonna be like a really bad one? Romance, text to speech. Huh.
A strange meeting. You really enjoyed running. It was the first day of summer. You were running in the park with your favorite color headphones. Listen.
With your favorite color headphones. Listening to my music with your... No. Scary Sonic. Right, this is gonna be better. Oh. Alright. This has 66,000 views. Warning, there will be a lot of blood mentioned and some gore, I guess. If you're not okay with these, then don't read this fanfic. Eggman zaps Sonic with a gun in his head, leaving Sonic slightly insane. He becomes an overly protective and violent at T, I guess. Right, flashback. Sonic held Amy's limp body in his shaky hands. His eyes dilated as he struggled to catch his breath. His eyes never left her face. Blood was everywhere. He could feel it seeping through his gloves. It scared him. Was she dead? How could he allow this to happen? He was the protector, the leader, the one to trust. Okay. He was supposed to keep his friends alive. He hadn't heard the battle that was still raging behind him. All he could focus on was Amy. Her face had blood on it, and her dress was ripped. Sonic shakily brought her closer to himself. He was so close he could feel her heart still beating, his racing with hers. He paused when he heard a small voice. Amy, don't worry. I won't let this happen again, Sonic cried out. He did the only other thing he thought would help. He let his insanity take over him. The last and first things he heard were Amy's voice. Sonic! Sonic! End flashback. Present day. 2 days later. Sonic's new kingdom. Sonic stared down at Amy's bed where she rested peacefully. He rarely left her side at all. It just felt right to be beside such a pure soul. To be beside such a beautiful woman. He slowly reached out to her, to touch her, when his other hand stopped him. Let her sleep. She'll be awake soon, a voice whispered to him. Sonic gulped as tears formed in his eyes. Lord! Please let... Stop. Don't you dare say his name. I'm the only... You're god-like, not the real god. You can't even take over me completely. Sonic spat as his inner self. How long is this? I'm not reading this. I rebuke it. I give up. Yep. This is the end of the stream. Yep. I give up. Bye bye.